First, I'm going to make a small community announcement. There is a van with their lights on in the back, and their license reads MMY 711. I've never gotten to do that before in this little announcement. I feel like I should be calling out bingo numbers next. It is our 20th anniversary, and we are thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled for a lot of reasons. Most of all, that I have a cast you're just not going to believe when you see them come out here. They're the youngest cast I've ever directed. The median age is 8. That means I really need you to turn off your phone. And I really need you not to take any flash pictures because they're kind of easily distracted. But believe me, no one has ever worked harder for me or with better humor than this group. They've laughed with me, they've made me laugh, believe me. Yesterday, during a blackout on stage, we realized somebody's shoes were lighting up. I've never had that problem before back. In the last 20 years, we've done 5 plays by another playwright, and the rest, 15, were mine. 11 of those plays now go around the world. They've been published. This year, we have a production in Mumbai, India. A couple of gentlemen from London are teaching English to a group of children in a mission outreach program, and they are going to do Believe in English. I also heard from a young man in Winnipeg, Canada, who sent me an incredible email saying, I'm the set designer for your play, and I read it and I had no idea it was going to affect me like that. Now, that's to my credit to some degree, but mostly it's to Sandia's credit, because you have supported me and encouraged me. You have shown up and played parts you didn't want to play, and you showed up as an audience year after year, and I truly appreciate you more than I could possibly say. It cost you nothing to get in here. That's not going to be the case going out. There are 2 small children who I told them to look pathetic. We'll have baskets that say free will offering. Please be generous, because your support helps us every year put this program on. And I think it's been a blessing to me, and I hope it's been a blessing to you as well. This year's program is dedicated to my 2 children. My daughter Stephanie, who is my very best Christmas present ever. And my daughter Caitlin wrote this show with me this year. She dug her mama out of a literary hole. And it makes the 20th anniversary even more special. We have t-shirts on the kids that are their school t-shirts. But actually, if you look closely, they're the 20th anniversary t-shirts. And this one goes to Doug Cookie, who I'm sure will be wearing it on a regular basis, perhaps while he preaches. I am grateful that you are here. I would like to say thank you especially to the adults in this cast who've worked very hard with some very little people, and most especially to my silent partner, Ron Reeves. Thank you. Enjoy the show. Thank you for being here.
Saints School. It's a beautiful old school. Emphasis there is on old. We even have a bucket list. No, it's not a list of things to do before we die. It's a list of where all the buckets are in the school. The buckets that catch the rain that come through our leaky old roof. But we like it here. In fact, we love it. It's the Christmas season. They told me to say that. I think the bows and the trees are a dead giveaway. There's a lot happening here during this season of joy, and most of it seems to be going on with Susan McCoy. That's her. Whoa, unresolved issues, I would say. But on a happier note, it wouldn't be Christmas without the school's heavenly choir. Huh, that was a play on words. Nope, choir, try to keep up. All Saints Heavenly Choir, wouldn't you love to meet the person who thought up that name? Here they come now. Heavenly, aren't they? You might think, just looking at them, that they're an all-girls choir. They're tragically not. It's just there is only one boy, one lonely, outnumbered boy singing in the choir, just now. He wouldn't be there, but his mother is the principal of the school, and, well, opting out was not an option. Who, you might ask, is that poor, pathetic creature? Yes, it is me.
It is I, Kevin.
No, Miss Franklin, you're the director. I'm the only boy.
It is I. Your grammar is incorrect. It is I, not it is me.
Yes, Miss Franklin. That's Miss Elizabeth Franklin, our director for the last, about 150 years, and the grammarian about whom your mother warned you. She is the English teacher and head of computer science. Don't let her looks fool you. The woman can Skype, surf, blog, tweet, and text. They're getting ready. I better go take my sad, lonely place.
Miss Franklin, you still haven't told us to sing the songs this year. I think Christina should have a song.
Oh, no. Well, okay.
I would like to do an interpretive dance. Let me act out the answer. Was that a no? Trust me, it was a no. Miss Franklin, she doesn't get to decide, does she?
Ladies, and Kevin, I have an announcement to make. You know I fell over a bucket. Now I have to have a knee replacement.
That's terrible. You should have kicked the bucket. That didn't come out right.
Yes, well, I'll soon be out of this old wheelchair, and it'll be great. But it'll take some time for me to recover. And I think it's time for me to retire.
You can't leave. I want everything to stay the same.
What do you care this year, last year, in the choir and in the school?
Don't say that.
Are you planning to fail so you can stay here?
No, but it's a thought.
I'm glad you'll miss me. But I want to remind you all about the contest we're still having.
The contest is still on, even when the building is falling down all around us?
Yes, we are still supposed to come up with a new mission statement for the school.
Well, I have a new mission statement. For heaven's sake, join the choir.
I think that's for Kevin's sake. Join the choir.
I have a new mission statement too. All Saints School. Come, learn, leave.
Well, it does come to the point, Jane. Now back to the subject at hand. I'm happy to introduce you to your new director. She's a kindergarten teacher here. Most of you already know her. Her name is Miss Sparks.
Oh, I love her.
I am happy, happy, happy to be here, and we are going to have a merry, merry, merry Christmas season together.
I'm getting nauseated.
Don't say that. Miss Sparks is very nice.
What's going on with you?
Excuse me, Miss Franklin. I'd like to introduce everyone to our newest student. This is Michael, and he would like to join the choir.
You're a boy. No, really. You're a boy.
Does he have some kind of problem?
Not anymore.
Take your places, gentlemen. It's time to sing. What song should we use to warm up?
I want to sing Away in the Manger. How about Angels We Have Heard on High?
How about God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen? Or Joy to the World?
Okay, we get it. You're excited.
But as the 3 8th grade girls who are going to be in our last year in the choir.
Stop! Don't say that!
It's true. We'll be leaving the school at the end of this year.
So we should get to do some choosing. I say we sing, sing.
Sing, sing? Isn't that a prison in upstate New York?
I think the song, sing.
But you said sing, sing, not song, sing. I know these things.
It is, before a heavenly brawl breaks out and we all end up in Sing Sing.
Sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things not bad, sing of happy not sad, sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Sing a song. Make it last the whole year long. Sing of joy for mankind. Sing of peace for all time. Sing a song. Raise your voice and sing a Christmas song. The sleigh bells jingle in harmony, just hear them ringing along. And sing a song. La 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 la
Oh my, we can't be rehearsing right now. I need to measure everyone for the Christmas program costumes.
Weren't you supposed to measure for costumes last week?
Yes, but we had a leak in the costume closet which made everything soggy. We had to dry out before we could try on.
This building is going to be the end of us yet.
That is Miss Oliver. She teaches theater, algebra, home ec, and woodshop. She is always just a little bit frantic.
The 8th graders are already in the costume closet being fitted. Oh, Allison, my student teacher, will be measuring each of you for your Christmas program costume. Don't worry if Allison doesn't say much. She has taken a vow of silence until there is world peace, except for when she forgets.
What are we going to be playing this year, Mrs. Oliver?
Oh. Some of the 8th grade boys are going to be Wiseman, Joseph, and the innkeeper. Oh yes, and the innkeeper. Grades 5 through 8 are going to be shepherds. Grades 2 through 4 are going to be livestock.
Sheep or cows here? You don't have to tell me exactly. Just do something to give me a clue.
Moo.
Oh man, I'm a cow again. How old do you have to be in this school to be a human? At least you get to wear black and white. That's really in this season. Brown is not my color.
None of this is my color. I can't believe we're going to drag out this tired old story again. Honestly, if you want to go for this baby in the manger mumbo jumbo, you can find it on every Christmas card. And if you're in the mood for miracles, just watch the Chick Flick TV movie channel. There's a miracle a minute going on there. Like that really happens.
What does she mean by that? That was not good. That was almost a pout. And that is something you should not do before Christmas. makes it pretty clear. You better not pout, you better not cry.
Or hello, cool in your stocking?
All right, let's go, everyone.
Wait a minute, what about the angel? I speak on behalf of the angels. I'm their manager.
Their manager?
We are considering meeting them. We feel that the angels don't get enough time on stage.
There is no stage. We perform in a gym.
And we have been waiting forever to play the angels. It's our turn. We have to look. Come on, everyone, give her our best angel faces. You have to admit, we look like angels. Wait till they get their full costumes. Then they can sing sweetly too.
What? Do they sing sweetly over the
They
plain?
sing sweetly over the plain or over the fancy. They're versatile. Hey, that could be our new mission statement. All Saints School, home of the angels. And if we don't get to be angels? And if we don't get to be angels, it'll be so serious we can't get around here.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'd hate to meet those angels at a dark alley.
Let's get them fitted for wings before that becomes a possibility.
Come on, everyone, wings, and step on it. Everyone sing. We need to practice.
How about we wish you a Merry Christmas? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Susan, what is going on with you? You have always loved Christmas, and you've always believed in the reason for this season.
Don't get your tinsel in a tangle and go all Saints guidance counselor on me.
I may be the guidance counselor, but I am also your mother. So what's going on besides a really bad attitude?
Look, Mom, I have to go get my costume fitted. Ironically, I'm playing Mary this year.
So give me the short version.
Short version? I've done a lot of praying this year, like everyone says I should, and I've asked for, well, some things I really needed. And guess what? Nothing. Nada, zip.
Susan, prayer is not a simple thing.
I think it's simple. It simply does not work.
Does this have anything to do with your dad?
Well, Dad having a heart attack wasn't exactly my favorite thing that happened this year.
Your dad is fine. He is eating right, exercising, and he's finished rehab. He's as good as ever.
But Mom, there's one thing that's not the same.
Oh, Kate, there you are.
Oh, Mom. Another boy has joined the choir.
I heard we have a new student. That's great. Just talk him into going out for basketball. We'll almost have a team. To the costume closet.
Did I tell you my mom was the principal? Well, she is also the coach, the science teacher, the bus driver, and every other Wednesday she's the custodian.
You too, Kevin. Oh, Kate, I'm so glad I found you. Any minute, the building inspector from the city will be here to inspect the building and to give us a list of the structural issues and repairs that have to be made. I've called a quick meeting of the staff for right after school to discuss money again. I think we'll open with a moment of prayer.
Oh dear. I think our new school mission statement should be, All Saints School, and the walls came tumbling down.
Do you really think All Saints School could close?
Don't you worry about that. I know God has a plan, and I know his plan is for All Saints to be around a long time. You just go on having a great last year at All Saints and leave the worrying to us.
Yeah, right.
You go and get your costume fitted. You will make an amazing Mary, and we will talk a lot more later.
Who needs Christmas?
We do. A little joy right now could really help the situation.
You might start by moving all the buckets so the inspector isn't aware of our dozens of leaks.
The buckets! Quick, everyone, the buckets! Round them up!
Wait, first, did everyone get their Christmas
what you wanted.
I didn't get what I wanted, but I still need Christmas. That could be the new school mission statement. All Saints School, where they still love Christmas. Absolutely, we need Christmas. Haul out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stockings, I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. So climb down the chimney, turn on the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruitcake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that evergreen bough. For we need a little bigger, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder, grown a little older, and I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder. We need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafter, and we need a little stopping, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now.
Staff, over here. Kids, over here.
As you know, we have a problem.
Listen up, everybody. You've got a problem.
We love All Saints School, and it's in real danger of closing.
Are you talking about the building inspector? My mom's been worrying about that for weeks.
We don't want the children to worry.
We don't want the teachers to worry.
Bless their little hearts.
It's up to us to have a plan.
I know God has a plan, but is the plan we want?
I just pray that God's plan is our plan and that we get to stay here at All Saints School.
It's Christmas, the season of hope.
Oh, I know. It's Christmas and time to make a wish. Let's pray about it.
Good idea. I could be in charge of that.
I was being sarcastic.
So is this a good time to pray? Whenever two or more are gathered.
I think we have a quorum.
Life is full of sweet surprises. Every day's a gift. The sun comes up and I can feel it lift my spirit. Fills me up with laughter. Fills me up with song. I look into the eyes
Susan, will you be okay here for a few moments? I need to do some work in my office.
We walk home, Mrs. McCoy, so we'll be okay. Are you going to tell us why all of a sudden you're the Scrooge of All Saints School?
It just seems so silly. We celebrate the Prince of Peace when there is no peace, not in the world or in our pathetic little lives. God had a plan for the baby, and he let him be born in the cold and the dark. God has a plan for our lives, and everything is falling apart. I don't want to celebrate something I no longer believe in and everything that goes with it. I want nothing to do with trees and tinsel and fudge.
Fudge? You're mad at fudge. What did fudge ever do to you?
It all has to do with Christmas, and I want nothing to do with Christmas.
Hello, I'm looking for Principal Alden. I'm the building inspector for the city.
Oh, I'm afraid everyone is gone for the day.
No, they aren't.
You'll have to come back tomorrow.
That's okay. I can start in the kitchen.
It's that way.
I didn't need to know where the kitchen is because I already know where the kitchen is, and I'm going to the kitchen that way.
So, what do we do now?
We wait.
And we pray.
Or we just wait.
Christmas is getting closer and closer. We're all a little worried about the building inspector. We all tried to help him with his job. All right, so we may have to ask for a little bit of forgiveness.
Who are you talking to?
It's a long story, so tell me, any ideas of saving this school you have just joined?
Are they here yet? No, and we haven't heard a word about the school. The inspector is still inspecting.
I know we're not the big girls of the school, but I don't see why we can't come up with a plan all our own to save the school.
I say we have a bake sale. I make a killer cupcake. You would better be ready to make about 10,000 killer cupcakes. This building is so old, it is not going to be cheap to fix.
My father's banker, so that I think I should be in charge.
Wait, charge, that's it. No matter the building costs to fix, we just charge it. That's what my mother does. Right! We could use the world's biggest pizza. I mean, one the size of an SUV. That's a terrible idea. How about we take a collection? That's what happens every Sunday at church.
I can pledge you $16.32. I've hidden it in a secret place, and it is definitely not the toe of my Easter shoes.
My brother owes me $2,650. I'm really good at video games, and he is a fool for going double or nothing.
There you are. We've been waiting to hear a big idea for saving the school.
We haven't exactly come up with an idea just yet.
Here we come to save the day.
You are all going to be blown away.
We'll be blown away if we don't fix this big hole in the roof. We have a plan, and there are just a few little details to work out.
We are going to sell chances on winning a car. A new car!
You have a new car?
Not exactly. Do you know someone who can give us a new car?
Not exactly.
What do you have exactly?
A really good idea. We are right back where we started.
Miss Allison, is there any word about the inspector's report? She knows not talking until we start taking care of the earth. I'm not sure what first grade at All Saints School can do about that, but I'm with her all the way. Us too. about using the faith we've been taught. I know God loves All Saints School as much as we do.
Are we going to start praying again?
Not a bad idea. No, I'm talking about the faith and the plan God has for us. Kids like us having graduated from the school in about 8 years. That's what faith taught and learned.
Maybe they figured out that prayer goes up, but nothing comes down.
Don't say that. God does have a plan, and I know He loves this school and everyone in it. I wish God gave out roadmaps and instructions, kind of like MapQuest.
It'd make life a lot easier if God used MapQuest.
When are you going to hear me? There is no plan.
Joseph and Mary didn't have MapQuest, and they didn't have reservations too. When they were turned away from the inn, they probably wondered what God had in mind too.
But the important thing to remember is they were turned away from the inn and had to find shelter in a cold, dark place. But they still believed. They did not lose faith.
Inspector has asked to meet us all here.
But it's choir time and all the choir and students are here. You want me to take them to the gym?
No, please let us stay. It's our school too. We want to know what's going to happen.
Eleanor's right. Let them stay.
Mr. Brown, it's good to see you. We need the news, good and bad, and we need the whole story.
Well, first, the good news.
There's good news, everyone.
The good news is that this old school is just as wonderful as the day I graduated.
Mr. Brown, you were a student here at All Saints?
That's right, class of 1962.
Whoa! 1962? Did the school have electricity back then?
And in our polling, 1962 was not the Dark Ages.
Welcome home, Mr. Brown.
You know, that's what it feels like, home.
I'll bet you were just like all of us. You couldn't wait to get out of here.
Well, I felt that way then, but I want all you kids at All Saints to know something. Someday you're going to want to see each other again, and you'll remember everything you learned here.
I know what you mean, Mr. Brown.
Call me Bob.
Well, Bob, I know what it's like to want to see the childhood friends again.
When I get out of here, I'm going to be wanting to make some new high school friends. In high school, I'm going to be friends with a much more popular crowd. Totally.
Maybe, but someday you will search on Facebook for your old friends of your childhood.
That's right, someday you'll travel all across the country for a reunion.
You mean like a family reunion?
That's exactly what it's like.
I know many of the graduates of All Saints will feel the same way. But right now, the students of All Saints School are feeling a bit nervous. That's why we want to know, what is the bad news?
Well,
Wait, and Allison has changed her cause. Her vow of silence now is going to be until All Saints School is saved once and for all.
I'm afraid I do have bad news. The old school is in need of repairs, and it's going to take quite a bit of money to repair the school. The city won't let the school open again without the repairs being made. The repairs need to be made by January before the kids come back, but they're not going to close the school during Christmas. They wouldn't do that.
Do you have any idea about how much this will cost?
I've done a cost analysis, and I'm afraid the repairs are going to cost well over $50,000.
Whoa.
No, wait. All is not lost.
Oh, that is good news. What part of this is not lost?
Hope.
Oh.
Hope and heart.
That doesn't make any sense.
Gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start.
You've gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and moan. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope.
When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor.
Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it.
You gotta have heart.
Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's time to be a genius, of course. We keep that horse before the cart. First you gotta have heart.
Gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start.
You've gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and moan. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope.
When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor.
Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do. You gotta have hope. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's time to be a genius, of course. We keep that old horse before the cart. First you gotta have heart.
Heart, hope, and I'm afraid we also have to have a lot of money.
And I've been praying about that. I'm hoping that God will send us a great idea.
He also needs to send us a check.
It's lunchtime, everyone. Let's go, and let's go with the song. Angels heard on high. That's a joyful song.
Even with the troubles we have, it is still Christmas, a season of joy.
Angels we have heard high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
I hear you're quite the computer whiz, Miss Franklin.
Let me out a computer and you won't see my fingers full of smoke.
LOL.
Hey, how about we take my best text? Jane, Anna, Michael, Eleanor?
What are we going to do, Miss Franklin?
We're gonna surf.
I've always wanted to surf. I'm not sure this is going to involve water.
Susan, I think it's time that we had that talk.
Nothing you can say will change my mind about God and about Christmas and everything.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Christina and I think that we might be able to help.
Oh, don't tell me. You want to pray, or you want to tell me that God has a plan, or...
I don't want to say any of that. I want to tell you that I know you're afraid.
Afraid? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. Well, I'm not crazy about snakes or spiders. I wouldn't want to meet a bear in the woods, but I'm not afraid.
Yes, you are.
I know you're afraid because I was afraid when I found out my mom had cancer 2 years
ago. Your mom had cancer?
Yes, I did.
You're her mom?
We don't have the same last name, and I try not to tell people she's my mom. She teaches algebra, and that does not make me very popular.
I had cancer. Christina was scared, and that's why she was mad.
Mad?
Mad at God. Just like you are mad at God. Sometimes when people are frightened, they act mad.
What do you mean I'm mad?
Your dad had a heart attack, and he's fine now, but you were scared. Your dad is your rock, and if that rock can crack, that rock can crumble.
It's not that I'm mad. I just don't think God has a plan. I don't think he answers prayer. I didn't just want Dad to get better. I wanted the heart attack to never have happened. I wanted to feel the way I used to feel. Safe, happy.
And young. And now you're off to a new school, and this one, filled with your friends and favorite teachers, may be closing.
When my mom was sick, I just wanted the cancer to go away. I wanted everything to be better, and it is, but I knew it could happen again.
Life happens, Susan. Sometimes we pray, and we don't get the answer we want. And sometimes we get no answer at all. But it is all about the baby in Bethlehem.
What does Christmas have to do with this?
Jesus came here to be one of us, born in a stable. And we saw Mary and Joseph and understood that if they could trust, so could we.
It isn't how much life gives you, it's how much God will lift you up.
You're afraid that bad things that can happen again, and they can.
That really doesn't help.
God's plan isn't our plan.
Sometimes we hate God's plan, and terrible things can happen, but they don't happen to us alone.
God will walk with you all the way, and if he needs to, he will carry you.
Think of Mary on that cold and lonely night. Was she all alone?
God was with her, and she knew it.
God were about 1,000,000 angels, a bunch of shepherds, and then there was livestock. She wasn't alone. It was a mob scene.
And you are not alone either.
life gives you to carry is the fact that you don't have to carry it alone.
And God is really strong.
Come on, you guys. We have a Christmas program in 2 hours.
And no matter what happens, it's still Christmas. I think I'd like to play Mary now.
Exactly. Exactly.
She was afraid too, but she believed.
Yes, go and find your Mary costume.
Mrs. Oliver, I'm supposed to be a lamb, but I can't find my head.
That's okay. Headless lambs are my specialty.
Where's your cow outfit? Duh, I'm wearing a letter. I don't think that's what they have in mind. Angel shouldn't have colored wings. You got a problem with that? Oh, that's fine. In fact, I love it.
I need all my little angels over here.
All the shepherds have an area over there.
Where are the wise men?
They don't come until a lot later.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The wise men don't come until a lot later.
I have a flock of sheep all stayed right.
Allison, you've decided to talk.
We convinced her that it's better to speak out and clam up when there is a problem.
Attention, attention everybody. Mr. Bob has a big announcement.
Christmas has come to All Saints School after all.
This is really good news.
Mr. Bob has done an amazing thing.
What did he do?
He posted an announcement on Facebook and he sent a lot of emails.
That's not so amazing. I can do that when I'm little.
Alyssa.
I can even tweet. I can't tweet, but I can yell. Never mind. Go on.
Mr. Bob sent messages to lots and lots of graduates of All Saints School.
And lots of people who love All Saints sent us money to help fix it and keep it open.
There were many, many pledges, but not enough to make all the repairs until this message came in. Mrs. Alden, why don't you read this out loud?
It's from Bill Bear, class of 1962.
He was Mr. Bob's best friend.
Bill Bear, but everyone called him Smokey.
You had a best friend named Smokey Bear?
Quiet, there's more.
Dear Bob, you old son of a gun.
Oh, you didn't have to read that.
Yes, well, good to hear from you. I'm just so sad that All Saints is having hard times. You know, God has been good to me.
Wait a minute. Is this the famous Bill Bear? The one whose face is on all the pretzel bags in the cafeteria?
Whoa, Smokey Bear? The Milwaukee Pretzel King? That's what they call him on the ads on television.
I love that guy. He invented the inside-out pretzel. It's soft on the outside and crunchy on the inside. How does he do it?
Be quiet, everyone. Let Mrs. Alden finish reading the email.
Some of my happiest years were spent at All Saints, and that is where I learned about the mighty love of God. I didn't know it then, but I was being given the most important gift of my life. God had a big plan for my life. I owe everything to All Saints.
And to whoever thought of the inside-out pretzel.
I pledge to make sure all the repairs are made to the school. I want to make sure All Saints goes on for a long, long time. My best wishes to you, and bless all the dear children of All Saints School.
Wow, God really did have a plan.
Sure did.
That's it, the school mission statement. All Saints School, where children are blessed to be a blessing.
I think this is going to be a Christmas to remember.
They all are.